Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. So all 30 of the 2021 NBA City jerseys have officially been released. About a week ago, I did a reaction video. I think like 75% of them were out or something like that. But this is going to be a very interesting video by sportslogo.net. That is the channel name, where he is actually going to be like explaining the meaning behind every single jersey. Because, you know, I'm kind of just like uneducated sometimes when it comes just to like city meaning stuff like that, man. I had, difficult in 4th grade social study class where I'll look I'll look at a jersey and then there will be like a color scheme and I'll be like, man, that is ugly as hell. Where the meaning behind it is like some dude probably like saved like 17 kittens from like the Dallas Mavericks stadium and now they're representing him on the jersey, and I just called it ugly, man. So we are going to get educated out here and see what it's all about. Let's get going, man.
The NBA's annual slate of brand new city uniforms is here for
Yes,
2021, and SportsLogos.net is bringing you
some big
team
time
by
W's
team
for sure.
breakdown, all 30 teams, all 30 city uniforms right here, right now. Let's go. The 76ers are back in black, and you have Ben Simmons to thank or blame for it, depending on your point of view. A couple of years ago, Simmons tweeted his wish for a return to black, and the team responded with a challenge. If you win the Rookie of the Year, you'll get
Look
your
at the damn
wish. We all
chalkboard.
know what happened after that. The design here is inspired by the houses along Philadelphia's Boathouse Row, as well as a throwback to the old Allen Iverson era from the late 90s. And yes,
I gotta
that
see
is
the
a
Iverson
TTP
jerseys.
hidden there in the houses for the team motto of Trust the Process.
Oh, that's cool. Yo, that's cool,
Milwaukee
man.
Bucks are giving us
That's
a bit
awesome. I
of a
did not know
history
that.
lesson by giving us the origin of the city name Milwaukee.
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee, which
Milwaukee.
is Algonquin
Gotcha.
for the good land.
Thank you very much, Alice Cooper. Yes, that is one of the origin stories for the name of the city, Milwaukee. The Bucks are choosing to focus on another one, which means the gathering place by the water, and you can see that in the design of this uniform.
What do you mean the gathering place about Milwaukee? Why you like that should be a Michigan thing, bro? We got the damn Great Lakes. All of
It's
them.
3 shades of blue, which is very unconventional for the Milwaukee
You already got
Bucks. Usually
Giannis. Why you trying to take our damn
green.
Great Lakes?
It is inspired by Lake Michigan, all the rivers that
Hear
run
that?
through Milwaukee.
Lake what?
There's even a series of waves that go through the entire
Lake what?
set. The Chicago Bulls are
Sorry,
going to
defensive.
black and gold in a tribute to the architecture of their city. Chicago is written across the front in a typeface very similar to that used on signage throughout the city, along with the words "No Little Plans," a quote from city planner Daniel Burnham, who was instrumental in rebuilding Chicago following the Great Chicago Fire back in the 1800s.
Not historical stuff with that one. Very nice.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are honoring their city status as the home of rock and roll with this ransom note style jersey this season. And if you look at the Cleveland word mark across
David
the
Bowie.
chest, you can see that it's made up of bits and pieces.
Pink Floyd?
And the logos of several legendary rock bands and artists over the years. Look at the V. That's the V from the David Bowie logo. The D from the Pink Floyd logo. And up the sides
That's
of the
pretty cool.
shorts, you will see that they have like band stickers, like classic retro band stickers. Look at that, except they're all Cleveland Cavs themed. The Cavs paying tribute to rock and roll.
Very interesting.
When you've won the most championships in league history, you've earned the right to celebrate that.
Aren't they tied with the Lakers now? I'm pretty sure they're tied. I could be wrong. Maybe the Celtics got one more.
A little bit, and the Boston Celtics will do just that with their new City Edition uniform, designed to resemble the many NBA championship banners that hang above the court.
See, my reasoning for this one right here is that, when you have so many championships, you can still be ugly as hell, man, which is kind of what the jerseys represent. It's like, hey, you can roast our ugly ass jerseys, but hey, we still got more championships than you, right? That's kind of what I see. But it does kind of look like a banner now that I do think about it.
At TD Garden. Take a look at that, the word mark across
It really
the chest.
does look like a
Number
banner.
looks very much like. Same font, same style, very basic, but looks good, and it's got a great story attached to it. The LA Clippers are going with a simple recoloring
Pirates of the
of
Caribbean.
what they wore last year for their city uniform. What once was white is now black. The design, just like last year, created in partnership with artist Mr. Cartoon, as well as graffiti artist Royal
Honey.
Dog, together celebrating the authentic spirit of LA street culture. The Memphis Grizzlies are honoring a local artist and legend, singer-songwriter Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes,
This uniform
okay.
is black with gold and teal trim and incorporates Hayes'
Really love the
signature
siding.
in gold in the lower
Love
left
that.
corner of the jersey, as well as his trademark sunglasses there on the shorts. Isaac Hayes is most known for singing the theme from Shaft, as well as many other things, and if you're not into music, you probably know him as the voice of Chef from South Park.
Yes.
Isaac Hayes being honored by the Memphis Grizzlies.
Chef
The
from
Atlanta
South
Hawks
Park.
will honor the life and work of Dr. Martin Luther
got a
King
single,
Jr., born
saying,
and raised
but-
in Atlanta. The Hawks have partnered with the King Estate
Huge
Foundation
W
to
right
create
here for
this
sure.
uniform in Infinity Black, Vintage Gold, and Fidelity White with King's initials MLK across the chest. King's signature also appears in the lower left corner of the jersey.
That is
Proceeds
awesome.
from the sale of the
That is
jersey
awesome.
will go to support economic empowerment programs for Atlanta's communities.
There you go. I like that, Atlanta.
Sadly,
I'm
all
rooting for
good
you guys
things
next
must
season,
come to
man.
an end, and for the Miami Heat, they are ending.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so I did my first time. Okay, these jerseys always look cool. They always look cool, man. But it's also like it's always a take on the same damn design, bro. Like switch it up a little bit, like, and that's they're still cool looking. Just switch it up, man, please.
Their very, very popular Vice series of city uniforms with what they're calling the Vice Versa jersey. Originally
Great name.
conceived as a trip back
Give that
through
man a
time
raise.
to the Miami nightlife of the 1980s.
Marketing team.
And the neon signs that lit up the city downtown. This extremely colorful uniform caps off 4 straight seasons of Vice uniforms for the Heat, the first one introduced way back in 2017.
Yeah,
Did you
time
know
to take a
Charlotte,
break.
North Carolina was the home of the first U.S. branch mint? Well, you do now, and that's thanks to the Charlotte Hornets' new mint green city uniforms with gold and granite striping. This pays tribute to both that mint as well as the Carolina Gold Rush in the early 19th century. The gold carries on that theme of cash and riches and gold. But why granite? Granite's the state rock of the Hornets' home state of North Carolina.
Wait, wasn't the gold rush out west? Didn't they go to like California to find gold and stuff? So why are y'all in the Eastern Conference, man? I don't know. Okay.
Of course.
Like the
Utah
Denver
Jazz,
Nuggets, because gold
who
nuggets.
were the only team to wear the same City Edition uniform in consecutive seasons, have finally changed things up, but not that much. What we have is a simple recoloration of their previous city look. It's now black.
Lazy.
They've entered dark mode, as they like to say.
Lazy.
Still, it's a tribute to the red rock of the state of Utah, a gradient from yellow to orange to red before giving way to black of the base of the entire set. If you ever wondered what you'd get if you combined a bunch of different uniforms from the team's history, wonder no more. The Sacramento Kings are doing just that with their new City Edition uniform. It's a trip through the team's visual history, beginning with their 1980s powder
little
blue
interesting
set,
when you
their
put it that
infamous
way.
checkerboard jersey from the 90s, their all-black road uniform of the 2000s, topped off by
A little
the
creative, okay.
Sacktown lettering from the city jersey last year. And here you have it, the new Sacktown City Edition jersey for 2021. And as you can see, it's black with powder blue and the checkerboard up the side. There you go, a combination of all jerseys. That's your Sacramento Kings.
What if
The New
all
York
teams
Knicks
did
are
that?
collaborating with local fashion brand Kith with these bizarre black, orange,
Kith
and
be
blue
flakes.
gradient-rich uniforms for a few games in the upcoming season. The chest features a circular
First time
logo
seeing
with
these.
the phrase "City Never Sleeps" above the team name. A gradient goes down the side of each side of the jersey, as well as each pant
I like
leg
the
on
gradient.
shorts. Your defending champion Los Angeles Lakers are continuing with their Lore series this year, turning to honor
Okay. Here, what were they honoring? Because I don't want to roast them. I don't. Okay.
Elgin Baylor, a Hall of Fame small forward who played for the Lakers, starting with the club when they were still in Minnesota way back in 1958, carrying through to the 1971 season.
Yeah, that's fine.
This uniform is in the same
They
blue
look
and white
half
scheme
done.
that the Lakers wore during Baylor's time with the club until 1967, with some silver thrown in for good measure. The Lakers this year honoring the 60th anniversary of their relocation from Minnesota to Los Angeles.
It's not
in
the same without the
1960.
gold.
The Orlando Magic are wearing another orange-themed uniform for
Or
their
because
City Edition
oranges-
set in 2021. The pinstripes and star across the logo on the chest are a throwback to the Magic's past uniforms dating all the way back to the late 1980s, while also updating the look to include the color orange to represent the bright future of tomorrow.
No,
The orange is also a nod
state,
to the
right?
sunshine and the citrus industry, both
Yep.
very, very important to the state of Florida. The Dallas Mavericks will be celebrating both the 10th anniversary
kinda
of
like
their
those
2011
jerseys.
championship as well as the 40th anniversary of their franchise with
sexy.
this new gold, white, and silver uniform. The team name of Dallas, or the city name of Dallas, across the chest in gold player number and name in silver, and up the side of the shorts are the wings of the Pegasus.
Those are
which is a
cool, man. I
nod
like
to a
those.
mythological creature which has watched over the city of Dallas all these many years.
Hercules flies on
Here it
them.
is, the Dallas Mavericks City Edition uniform for 2021. The Brooklyn Nets are carrying on their theme of honoring a local artist with their annual city uniform,
Bracket.
and this time it's Brooklyn-born Jean-Michel Basquiat, who started out as a street artist in the 70s before making a very successful transition to galleries in the 80s. This jersey is black, with BKLYN nets across the front in white, along with several
That font's very
multicolored
interesting,
designs
though.
featured along either side of the jersey, as well as around that team word mark on the chest in Basquiat style. The Denver Nuggets are finishing up their Skyline
Catch up.
uniform series with a new Flatirons red version of this design.
Catch up for my chicken
Flatirons red,
Denver Nuggets.
selected as a reference to the state of Colorado's landscape.
More of a barbecue sauce guy.
The Denver Nuggets originally wore a skyline across their jersey in a multicolored, almost rainbow-like style back in the 1980s all the way through to the early 1990s. Call it a reverse retro if you like. This is the last of the Nuggets Skyline series. The Indiana Pacers will be throwing back for their
Remind me of
city
Reggie
uniform
Miller.
design to something very much inspired by what they used to wear back in the late 90s to around 2006 or so. It is a blue uniform with yellow pinstripes,
Literally
white
reminds me
and
of Reggie
yellow
Miller.
striping up the side. The team wore a uniform just like this when they went to the 2000 NBA Finals, and I think it's safe to say Reggie Miller would be proud of this one.
Yep.
The Pelicans are taking the name City Jersey to heart here and straight up putting
Who the
the
hell's
flag
that?
of New
Is it
Orleans
Zion's
right
new
across
teammate?
the entire uniform. That's 3 horizontal bands of red, white, and blue, and 3 gold fleur-de-lis across the chest. While the jersey has a blue stripe at the bottom, this won't be seen during gameplay. It'll be tucked into the shorts, but the shorts have their own blue stripe at the very bottom of each leg, completing the overall flag look.
That is kind of weird how they got like designs at the
The
bottom.
Detroit Pistons are honoring, yeah, you guessed it, Detroit's history as the Motor City. They've done nothing else in Detroit except make cars. That's what I've learned from the Detroit Pistons. This uniform is blue.
Bro, we got a really good pizza place. It's called Pizza Papalosis. Pizza Papalosi's. We make some good pizza there, man. We got Detroit style pizza. It's better than New York and Chicago combined.
And red with a circular
We literally
logo
invented a
around the
pizza
player's
type.
number. The team says this uniform is reminiscent of vintage automobile emblems, bold highway-like striping up the sides, and gears added around the Detroit Pistons logo on the side of the shorts. Here it is, the Pistons city uniform.
I hate cars.
The Toronto Raptors are
I
once
really
again
hate
working with
cars.
Drake, their most famous fan, by sporting a
Don't like
black
'em.
and gold uniform inspired by the color scheme of his OVO fashion brand. The uniform features Toronto across the chest in the team's original typeface, along with a jagged line
Going on
across the chest
Toronto
as an
with Drake.
underscore. That jagged line also goes across the shorts, representing a massive scratch of a Raptor's claw. Ouch. And yes,
Would
it
hurt.
is nice to see the team wearing a uniform of Toronto across the front, even if they'll be playing far, far away in Tampa, Florida. We the Seven.
Wow, they're playing in
Here
Florida?
we have the Houston Rockets, and they are going with a very unusual color, in regards to their franchise. They're
Apollo.
going with a light blue, which appears to be a nod to their city flag. seen
Not
here
Apollo.
With the white star there. Across the chest, in white with a red trim, is H-Town, which is sort of the Rockets' own little informal nickname for the city of Houston. So there you go, powder blue for the Rockets. Here's the star of the show, the San Antonio Spurs, with a wonderful
Star of the
tribute
show.
to their Fiesta logo era. The Spurs breathing much-needed life into a black and silver look with the inclusion of teal, pink, and orange.
I like
now,
the black
Spurs
and
never
silver.
actually wore these colors on their uniforms back in the day, but it was all over the place on logos and shooting shirts and other merchandise throughout the 90s. A welcome sight. So glad to see the Spurs bringing back this old retro look. The Suns are looking beyond the city of Phoenix for their city uniform this
Reminds
year,
me of a
instead
concert,
choosing to honor
almost.
the
Or
entire
like Tetris.
Phoenix metropolitan area, sometimes referred to as the Valley of the Sun. How appropriate. The uniform is black with a purple, red, and orange pixelated sunrise/sunset over the Arizona desert and Camelback Mountain.
It literally looks like a
The
game of
valley
Tetris.
scrawled across the chest in white. It's a celebration of the state of Oklahoma for the Thunder, who will be wearing these blue, orange, and black diagonally striped uniforms this season. Oklahoma is written across the front in a similar style as the state flag. The state map's included on the waistband of the shorts, and Unite is written in the lower left of the jersey to challenge themselves to reach further and aim higher together. Minnesota is known as the North Star
That's a
State.
boring
That's how
jersey.
their old hockey team got their name after.
That is
all.
so
And
boring.
these new Timberwolves uniforms pay tribute to that nickname. It's a black jersey with a single green star.
So
placed
boring,
above
man.
The abbreviated team name in silver. Several white stars act as striping up the right side of the uniform and continue all the way down the side of the shorts. The Minnesota Timberwolves, the North Star uniform. The Portland Trailblazers are celebrating
Oregon.
the spirit of Oregon,
Oregon.
the beauty of its
Oregon.
landscape,
Not
as
on.
well as the tribal nations
Although
who
it says
have called the
on,
land
I
their
always get
home
yelled
since
at.
the beginning. The uniforms are black with Oregon scripted across the front, directly from a sign which shines in Old Town Portland. A topographic map makes up the base of the
A, B, C,
jersey,
D, E, F, G.
and a series of
Great
colorful
player.
stripes representing the colors of a sunset over the mountains run up the side. A portion of the net proceeds from jersey sales will be donated to the Native American Youth and Family Center by both the Trailblazers and BioFreeze. Well, despite the fact that they now play in San Francisco, the Golden State Warriors are showing their fans from across the bay that they haven't forgotten about them.
Why aren't they called
with
the
these
San
brand new
Francisco
Oakland
Warriors?
Forever uniforms. The jerseys use the old Warriors uniform style worn back in the early 2000s.
I bet you they change it.
Which featured a logo with a god hurling a lightning bolt. And yes, it was occasionally a fun era for design. The Warriors played in Oakland for nearly 50 years before they moved across the bridge to their current home in 2019. Few things go hand in hand quite like the Washington Wizards and a disappointing city uniform, and that tradition continues here in 2021.
What's wrong with these?
The Wizards are
These
going
ain't
gray
bad.
with the team's DC alternate logo on the chest and a stars and stripes pattern up either side of both the jersey and the shorts.
I kind of like that they've always embraced the American flag. I think that's the last one here, guys. Yeah, that is the last one here, man. I don't know, like, some of them definitely are hit and miss. I feel like this year they definitely pulled back a little bit. Like last year, some teams got a little bit too crazy with the city uniforms and stuff. These ones are definitely a lot more tamed. With some exceptions of some pretty damn good ones. But like I said, some of them, like that T-Wolves one's just boring, man. But yeah, what do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. On my main channel, Crispy Flakes, I think I'll probably eventually get to like doing like a ranking video for all these. Probably next weekend, I'm thinking. We'll see though, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, guys.